robust urban garlic flavor.
Welcome home. All right, I know right now we're at 11,900 kicks so far this week for Cantaloupe. So that's where we're going to start, 11,900. So at the end of the night, I can look and see how many he's done and try to add it up and figure out how many it is total. There you go. Because I want to count that towards the stream. I do.
Apparently some idiot on Kick is giving Phil pennies to make him dance, and now he is being pathetic enough to count them all. He doesn't get that the sole point of it is to waste his time, and by extension, his audience's time.
He did stop, though, so maybe he's not going to do it all night tonight. I hate to tell you, but your future stepdad left a while ago. I don't know what happened to him. He was a regular. As you know, he's one of the biggest supporters, and he went away weeks ago. Like 2-3 weeks ago, he stopped coming by and supporting. Because if you take a look at the leaderboard for this month, he's barely on there. So you're talking 3 weeks ago, and you're acting like that was 3 days ago. You're an idiot. In fact, you know what? Catch the ban. Suck that. Suck it.
And he wonders why people are not fond of him. Apparently, you can't question why DSP's pay pigs have abandoned him, even though it was probably Iron Den Sakai and he's using a different stock account this week.
All right, so let's make the decision. Because we're about to get started. Do you want to have the in-game music again, or do you guys want me to play my Roland Bridgecast music?
Yeah, it was 50-50, and DSP decided to go with this music, probably because he knew it was going to be the end of the game. He didn't want people making videos about him wage quitting it, so he hopes he'll get copyright claimed if he uses the garbage music.
All right, how about this? Tonight we'll try the Roland music. Okay, I'm going to start it right now.
Yeah, if you knew the amount of energy Phil was wasting, not to mention water, on his garbage AI thumbnails and everything, you would seriously reconsider using AI. Because if that software was like made on the spot and it was writing it as it was playing, do you know how much energy that takes? That would be insane.
We are nearing the end of the game. Like, seriously? At this point, we're 30 hours in. And there's just not a lot left to do. But outside of that, this and that, okay, that's it for cards. But we've pretty much done everything. Yes, could we do more renovations? Sure, but what's the point when we already have all the items we're selling? Could we decorate more? Yeah. But at this point, you know what I'm saying? It feels like we've pretty much reached the logical stopping point of the game. So I think what we should do tonight is aim to get the next deck, start popping and ripping that deck, and go from there.
Wow, way to get your fans excited about this playthrough. Look guys, we're ending it. There's nothing to do. I'm bored. Why even bother playing it in the first place? Just do something else. How he got 30 hours out of this game just boggles my mind. Maybe because he spent like 2/3 of it doing the truck sim thing where he talks about nonsense.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts, huh? If I were to game it, would I make? I don't know. I'm into playing, not making, if that makes sense.
He does not have the creativity to design a video game. If you put him in an open world sandbox game, he wouldn't know what to do.
Thank you, King Michael. King Michael likes my shirt. See, I've always had these shirts. The thing is, I always wore them as overshirts with shirts under them. So I think a lot of people never really saw the shirts or noticed them for what they were because I had other shirts, you know, that they were on top of.
Everybody notices them, Phil. One day, low-tier god mocked your fashion sense, and then you suddenly became Mr. Hawaiian shirt every single day.
But I can't find any of my vacation clothes. They were in the attic. How can I go on a cruise without my cabana wear?
Now I'm just wearing the whole shirt, and now people are seeing it like, oh, I actually like the shirt. Hey, you never noticed it before because you just saw it on top of a different shirt, right? You didn't really notice what it was. Jade likes it too. I'm glad to hear that. So as we do this, guys, tag me in chat. Let me know what you want to talk about.
Because DSP is not entertaining on his own to get you talking.
Ghost of Willie 2 Gun says, I prefer shirtless, Phil. You've never seen me shirtless. What are you talking about? You've never seen me shirtless. Ooh! People started getting bored, and then we basically just gave up on it after a bit. I got my hair cut about a week ago, J-Rad, so I don't know where you've been, but yeah, it was about a week ago. I don't care. I just want the experience. See, you get 11 experience per pack. I actually got a good card randomly. I wasn't even trying to go for one. Fredo, thanks for 500 kicks. There's absolutely no way I would read the first thing you just said. The music is meh. Yeah, well, the in-game music is meh as well, so...
At least the in-game music is potentially real music instead of something obviously stolen.
Would I really quit the game? I mean, like I said, we've almost seen everything there is to do in the game. At this point, like, yeah, I'm just going through the motions to see the final cards, but we've pretty much done all the activity. So, if you've done everything the game has to offer, then why would you continue? You know? If the game ever updates and adds more content, maybe I would go back. This is just like Retro Rewind, where we played it for, what, 15 hours? And we had kind of seen everything. And the only thing that was left in the game was just more of the same tapes. And I was like, eh. And then we just stopped doing it, right? But we would go back to Retro Rewind if they started doing video games. Remember, they do video game rentals or something? I would go back to that. What do I want to talk about? I don't know. What's on everyone's mind?
No creativity, no way to entertain his audience without content from the video games.
What's going on? What's the word? This stream started as a chill stream, but then ended up becoming a hectic, I need to do a million micromanaging things. So because of that, it kind of stopped being a chill stream at one point. We could absolutely make it a chill stream again.
Wait, you mean he has to play a game and it's no longer chill? Wow. He must be sweating really hard running a virtual card shop.
Stepdad's last chat logs were 5 days ago? Okay. I know for a fact that he had stopped coming by as often and he had stopped contributing at one point. It could simply be that he just got busy with life. You know what I'm saying? Because he hasn't been around in a while. And by the way, 5 days ago was long before anything happened with Spoons. Spoons wasn't even a mod yet.
Yeah, apparently there was mod drama on Phil's channel, which caused him trauma.
So guys, tonight, as we're chilling, please support the stream in whatever way that you can.
Yeah, he prefaces all of his bags with please like the stream because he thinks if he does that, then the later things where he's actually begging is not begging.
If you can give it a like on YouTube, I would appreciate that. With over 200 viewers, it would be great if we get it to 100 likes tonight. Please. Support if you want to see some pack openings. Right now, I do the freebie one, but we have to hit our first milestone tonight to do a video for pack openings at the end of the stream. That's $100 cumulative, or if someone does a $50 contribution, it guarantees that pack opening. So please, let's get some support for TCG. Right now, it's quite slow. It'd be great to get some momentum moving. If you like the chill vibes of TCG, let's get it going.
Once again, conditioning your fans to pay $150 or the game gets it is not a useful tool when you are planning to finish the game anyway.
Can we get some support? Can we get our first tip of the night? Can we get our first sub of the night? Can we get our first... Well, I already had a 500 kicks from Fredo, so we had that. We had a super chat, but can we have a membership, a tip, and a sub? Those are the three things we haven't had yet tonight. Can we get some? For TCG, please. Let's get some support for TCG. What happened? I don't know where my employee is. $5,000 card's pretty awesome. A little more expensive than anything I've ever pulled, if you know what I mean.
A little less than what you've been spending on cards this past month, huh?
Guys, we've been playing for about 30 minutes. Can we please get more support? We're not even at 20 bucks yet. It's not a good sign. Like I said, I definitely want to do a pack rips tonight of at least 2 packs so we can do a video. We have to get to our first milestone, or we need a $50 contribution, or both. So let's go. Please get some support.
Yeah, he really wants to upload a video today, guys. It's not like he doesn't upload at least 6 videos every single day.
So we're up to 17 bucks of support. Again, guys, let's get the momentum going. Let's get our first tip of the night. Let's get our first sub of the night on Kick. Let's get some Kick support. Is that how it works? Money leads to happiness? Really?
Well, that is how you've operated for years, but it really has been a pathway to misery for you.
How was Dark Souls 2 earlier? I fell asleep while watching it, and I heard you yelling at some point, and it woke me up. Well, if you heard me yell, then I think you know how it went, right? I mean, it's pretty easy to figure out.
Well, were you yelling because you sucked at the game and were dying constantly, or were you yelling at your fans to give you more money? Or were you doing both?
But you see what I mean? At this point, we've pretty much done everything the game has to offer. It's just endless grind now until you get more money so you can expand and do more decoration, maybe make the store look better. But I feel like that's it. See how tonight goes and determine if you guys want me to play it again. It's up to you. Sorry, I just got an email from someone. It's a cumulative information about Marvel Tokon, which comes out. Its open beta is Friday.
Yeah, before he said this, there was 2 minutes of dead air because he had to check his email or do other things besides responding to his chat. And he wonders why his YouTube chat doesn't move.
James, yeah, I'm never going to spend $900 on a box of Final Fantasy cards.
Never say never, Phil. Never say never.
And think of it this way, too. I spent a lot of money on the box of Final Fantasy cards I bought to have for my streams right now. It's delayed, and I don't know when it's coming. Now, imagine if I spent $900 on it and the same thing happened, right? Forget that. It's too valuable to be messing around. You know what I mean?
He's probably complaining that it doesn't get shipped to his house within 48 hours and he has to wait 5 days.
See what I mean? There's just not much really to do anymore. There really isn't that much to do in the game anymore at all. Any chance of a DSP gaming plush? You guys want a little plushie of me? I don't know. People have already done bizarre things like body pillows and all kind of puppets and shit. People are just weirdo. They made the weirdest shit of me. Bizarre people.
The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know. Hello. All right, I need help. Right now, I need, first of all, people who are watching my stuff to spread it via word of mouth so that I can keep paying my bills and keep my house and not have it repossessed. I need help.
There's not much going on in the game anymore, so people aren't that excited for it anymore. I agree with you. Like, these final new packs haven't been very interesting at all. So to be honest with you, yeah, I'm kind of bored tonight. I'm being very honest, you know. I think the game has done well for how long I've played it. I played it 31 hours now. This is the 31st hour I'm playing it right now. And I think we've kind of done everything that we wanted to do with it. We've seen all the cards. And we've kind of done everything that logically can be done. And, you know, could we expand more? Sure, we could, but does it make sense to do so? I find it odd that they actually have it. Like, what's the point of renovating even further? If you take a look, right, you could renovate further, but why would I want to do that? All it's going to do is make the store slightly bigger. I don't even need the space. You know what I mean? Like, I got enough customers. I got the tournament going. I'm making good money every day. Like, why do I care to expand the store further? You know what I mean?
Are you looking to expand your business, Phil? Come on, don't you want to make even more money? Like, seriously, who is wailing out on Phil to play this stupid card simulator game? Of all the things, it's always the weirdest stuff that Phil's fans pay top dollar for. And he's still boring doing it, if not more boring.
But to be honest with you guys, I think this might be it. We're not really doing anything, right? We're not doing anything new. We got the final cards pulling here. We can't really do much else in the game. We've seen everything. So legit, I think this may be the time we close shop tonight. What do you guys think? I mean, honest feedback. What do you guys think? Have we seen enough? Have we done enough in the game that we're done? Because literally no one's talking about the game. The people who are usually here for the game aren't even here. Like, there's 1 or 2 regulars who would help me. They're not even here tonight. No one's contributing. It's pretty obvious everyone's bored, including me. Like, I'm going to be honest, I'm bored too. Like, this is kind of boring because now we've done everything. You know, we got the tournament going. We're ripping the highest grade. We got the stock of the things. People are buying the products. I'm making the decks. I'm sending out for grading. But we've done it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've done it all. There's nothing new left in the game. You could tell I was bored. I'm bored.
We can always tell when you're bored. And he has to, like, crash out about quitting this game. Just stop playing it and stop making a big deal about it. He has to go on. Guys, we need to finish this game. Guys, this game is boring. Just do something. He needs somebody to hold his hand. That's what it is.
All right. Well, here's what I'll say. Let's end it on a high note, shall we? The streams did well overall. Not every stream was amazing, but the streams did pretty good overall. Stalking Tiger says, I just showed up, but I'll leave now. I'll be back tomorrow. All right. Have a good night, Stalking Tiger. Sorry you missed the end of TCG, because we really weren't doing anything. It was just the same stuff over and over. It was quite boring, honestly. Okay. Stalking Tiger, are you aware that I actually bought cards in real life today? I actually went and bought some because I had to, because I needed them right away because we had no cards. I actually drove physically to a shop and got them. I don't know if he took off, though. He might, because he's the one who demanded that I do so.
Yeah, Phil, keep mocking your whales and make them feel stupid for giving you money. That will be a good business tactic. We don't even know that he actually went to a card store or any other store, for instance. All we know is that he showed up late with a pack of cards. That doesn't mean he wasn't in his house doing something instead of shopping, though.
I don't play mobile games at all anymore. Zero. I play zero mobile games. None. I haven't played them in months. I haven't played WWE Champion since last year. And I haven't played a mobile game in many months. I'm done with them completely. I just don't find them entertaining. They're too much of a time sink and a money sink, and they're just a waste of my time. So I'm done with them.
Last year, so you were still playing them in 2025 after you admitted in 2024 that you played a ton of WWE champions? Wow, how many more thousands are you still spending on that game? The chair you are rocking speaks for itself, Phil. It reveals all.
Good evening, everyone. DSP here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Tuesday, the 21st of July, 2026. Admittedly, today,
DSP did not get the implied goal of $150 on either of his 2 streams today, so you know he's butthurt.
did not go according to plan. What I thought would happen
Is that a bunch of idiots would give me a lot of money to play video games for you for like 4 hours of that, and then I would rip open a few card packs and they'd give me more money.
is that we would have big excitement for something that I had in the works, and then it all fell flat on its face.
Yeah, he claims to have gone to an actual store to buy his trading cards, and he thinks we're all supposed to be impressed with that and shower him with money. Get real. You mean you ran an errand? No way.
In addition, an ongoing playthrough that we've been doing for 2 months and over 30 hours finally sputtered out and slowed down to the point where we decided to stop playing it. And so, yeah, the momentum, the crazy good momentum that we have had the last week, right, has finally kind of died out, at least for today.
Yeah, his momentum train hit a little rock, and now he's all in a tizzy about it.
However, I am hoping that we can get it back tomorrow. Let's talk all about it, shall we? So,
How about no? What if I just stop the video right now?
today on the DSP Morning Show, once again, no real focused topic.
So you just talk to people about stuff. What is the big deal about this?
Instead, it was just kind of chatting about various things, including, get this, because I had had such amazing support in the last several days. And because we had opened all of the TCG cards, we did all of the Pokemon Pitch Black box, right? We then finished the Stellar Miracle box yesterday, and I owed you guys packs. I knew I wanted to have more cards to open today. So therefore, I actually left my house.
Yeah, this is exactly like last year when he fixed his toilet after it being broke for like a decade. He expects us to shower him with praise and money for doing the most simple, mundane tasks that anybody has to deal with on a regular basis. But Phil thinks he's special, so whenever he does something, it's automatically extremely important. Like, that is what he titled the video on demand, unironically. And the most hilarious part, all of it is just a sneak diss at his whale Stalking Tiger, because Stalking Tiger had the audacity to tell Phil that maybe he should actually go to a card shop to buy cards. Yeah, you absolutely do not question the convoluted ways in which our king operates.
Went out this morning before the stream and got another box of Pitch Black. Okay?
You can just see it on his face. What a smug asshole he is. Apparently asking somebody to go to a brick and mortar store and buy something is this Herculean task.
Now, is that ideal? No. We just opened Pitch Black. So obviously, all the normal cards we already have seen.
Yet still, he will find a way to mispronounce the Pokemon names and not remember the Pokemon.
The only real thing that's going to be special is if we get some nice reverse holos or hits. And as you know from opening a box of Pokemon cards, there's probably maybe anywhere from 5 to 8 hits in a box on average, but there's 36 packs, which means unless you're opening an exorbitant amount of packs a stream, you may not see a hit.
Wow, Phil, you've been holding up that 1 pound box for a pretty long time. You must be working out real hard.
For several, streams or several pack openings. Well, the good news is there's also nice EX cards. I don't particularly think we got too many EX cards in the first box that I opened, so there's still some to do here. But I know ideally, people weren't that excited. They were like, oh, it's Pitch Black again. Well, yeah, But what can I do? This is what's readily available, like, kind of right now.
Maybe you shouldn't have daily goals of opening Pokemon cards or other cards. Maybe you should do it like a weekly show. You've been doing this for what, 2 months now? People are gonna get turned off real quick. On this episode of DSP does anything but gaming. He paints his storage bin. You know that video would be like 5 hours.
That's what I ran out and I got. So, how did that go? Well, let me put it this way.
Philip did not get as much support as he wanted.
I think there would have been a lot more excitement if I could have gotten something else on short notice, and I tried.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have begged so hard to get all those Pokemon packs. Are you saying you don't want all the money they're throwing at you to open those stupid cards? Yeah, he's suffering because he has a huge pile of cash from you that he's using to make his cash pile even huger.
Over the weekend, you guys supported all of my content in droves.
Phil, if you're begging for hundreds of dollars a day, why don't you have like boxes of Pokemon cards lined up? Maybe you think the grift will just someday implode and you don't want to be stuck with like 10 boxes in your basement or something.
Because of that, people seem to have a desire to possibly get some different kinds of cards. And they said, well, what about...
Wait until he gets into Yu-Gi-Oh cards and his dents try and force him to play the card game online.
The Final Fantasy Magic cards. And I said, you know what? Because people supported me so well, I will get them. And I did.
He's saying it like we don't believe anything he says, which is the truth. Hey, Phil, maybe have a plan B. He probably has like 5 pitch black boxes just sitting somewhere, and he just pretended to be late so he could show off and brag that he left his house when he really didn't. Because remember the July 4th marathon when he was showing all those card codes? Those were all codes for packs that he opened off stream, so he at least opened 1 box. I'm sure there are more. There may be like a wall of shame, but we can't see it because Phil's looking at it because it's on the other side of the room.
I actually bought a box and I tried to get it here as soon as possible via, you know, as the fastest shipping and everything that I could do so that we could have it for today. And they were supposed to arrive today. And I actually do think there would have been interest if it arrived today. The problem is, guess what?
It did not come, and because of that, Mr. Beggy is going to blame the lack of a goal for not hitting the goal. Not for him being boring and terrible at games and just constantly being annoying by berating his fans for money. Because all that stuff works when he usually has a goal.
While I was doing the morning show, I got an update saying, oh, delayed in transit. Huh? For what? And actually, I actually talked about this at the same time.
It's called traffic, you moron, or a flat tire. Sometimes these things happen. They're not beaming it to your house. Maybe don't base your entire stream around something that's arriving the same day. Maybe you should plan in advance.
I've had other things that I've been ordering recently that also keep saying delayed in transit. We ordered some nuts to give the wildlife who live out behind my house, like squirrels and birds. That also got delayed in transit.
Phil, if it's delayed, it's delayed. There's nothing you can do about that. Maybe there's just a heavy volume of packages going out in your area this time. Here Phil is, sitting here worrying about cards and nuts.
So what's going on right now? I don't know, and they don't tell you. So what sucked is, I think if we had had the Final Fantasy cards today, which is totally new set, hype, because people love Final Fantasy, I do too, I think we would have got people rallied and excited. Instead...
But Phil, I thought all your streams were about is if the game was entertaining or not. So you're saying that your streams are now solely based around the cards? So if the cards aren't there, you won't get any money despite you trying to be an entertainer and playing the games? None of this makes any sense. This is just a massive cope session about not getting enough money.
It was just kind of a, okay day. I'm not shocked. So how did the day go? Well,
he didn't hit his goals. End of story.
I still owed you guys 2 packs of cards from last night's stream. And I said, hey, if we get support today, we'll do a nice big DSP pack rips on the first stream. So let's get support. Let's go, right? Today was Dark Souls 2, and today was all about the Iron Keep. The other thing, though, is that the Iron Keep is incredibly difficult.
It's a Dark Souls game, Phil. Why are we even acting like this is something that's surprising? Dark Souls games are known for being notoriously difficult.
So you really get pummeled. I was also nonstop getting invaded by trolls who were abusing the game, hacking, cheating, and destroying my armor every time that they had a chance.
Oh, this is an online game? Wow. He's gonna be messed with every single time he plays this. So let me get this straight. Phil gets vehemently trolled, and yet his fans don't rally and support the stream? What's going on there?
So yeah, it was really frustrating to try to do that. and to basically have people messing with me while I was trying to play this really hard version of the game.
Yeah, if Mr. Beggy had any thought in his mind, he would go to his Lemix-style editor and tell him, hey, I crashed out today because of trolls. Clip that section and put it up on my channel. It would easily clear the like 1 to 200 views he's getting for every video. It's really pathetic. He's having trouble getting over the 200 view hump on his gameplay videos. He's better off just leaving his live stream up there because it would probably get more than those views.
Good news, by the end of the stream,
Phil did not hit his support goal.
but for the most part, it's done. You know, whale on, guys. How'd we do? Well, I think it was around 120 bucks a support.
How'd we do? Are we making this a team effort? Are you chastising people when you don't get 150 plus? You should be looking at yourself in the mirror and think, what can I do to be more entertaining so people will give me money? And the only thing that comes to mind in his head is like making noises like a 3-year-old.
It's not a terrible stream. It was enough to earn 2 more packs. So we did 4 pack openings on the first stream in the DSP pack ribs.
So that means somebody gave a $50 plus contribution. So almost half of the support came from one person. If that one person didn't show up, he would have less than $70.
Sadly, hits not good enough to go on the wall. I wish they were, but they weren't good enough. But they were still good cards.
He's just gonna have a mishmash of random cards from different trading card games, and people are gonna be looking at it and it's like, what is that? And Phil's gonna be like, this is how much money I scammed out of my fans. Because that's what it really is. It's like, look at what you paid for this dog water backwash content.
Overall, I would call that a disaster. Again, if it was Final Fantasy cards, I think it would have been better, but what can you do?
Give it time. In about 5 weeks, he's gonna go buy those sweet Pokemon boxes right off the street.
The late stream tonight was TCG Card Sim, and as I've been telling you guys, I really felt like we were nearing the end of this game's run. Why?
Because you've been telling us that for the past week. You're bored, you don't want to play it, yet you play it anyway because you think some whale is going to come in and give you $100+ each stream. Even you are scratching your head as to why you're getting money to play this stupid game.
Cards worth $50,000, right? We've done it all. So tonight, as we were playing, we realized there's nothing left.
Yeah, he knew he was done with this game when the whale was not coming in like 45 minutes into the stream. He was already done with this game, and he told his fans that he was done, essentially. And that's why it only got like $17 of support with the pre-building for attendance or whatever he wants to call it, and the 45 minutes of gameplay.
So we're like, man, everyone, including me, was bored. So we played it for like 45 minutes, and I said, all right, I think it's time to retire the game. Let's say, you know, goodbye, good night, and goodbye to TCG, which we did. Basically, in the first hour, I made a whopping $14. I'm not kidding. I think people enjoyed it. Guess what? We made like 50 bucks. That was it. So again, if I had Final Fantasy cards, I think more people would have been excited. Being that it was the same pitch black card, the excitement was definitely lessened. I have no right to complain whatsoever. At the same time, yeah, of course it could have done better.
Yeah, he says he's not going to complain, yet he complains immediately. You know, the whales in that Discord are definitely going to get a heated message from Phil after he filmed this video.
Thanks to those who did show up and support.
Screw everybody that stayed in the chat but didn't support, especially that stalking tiger guy who said he was bailing because it wasn't gameplay. That's what Phil really wanted to say.
I never expected that game would have the legs it did, but I'm glad that we got a good amount of content out of it and you guys enjoyed it.
See, the card grift worked. Alright everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Robust turning off the station. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to show Phil the power of edited content, and I will see you next time. Bye!
Ooh!